In this DayZ modding tutorial, we're going to learn how to take two objects and attach them together in DayZ. In our tutorial, what I'm going to do is be using a mod I created for a katana and a sheath, and we'll be able to take the katana and attach it to the sheath, which we can then see here. And back in the hands. And back on the sheath. So this tutorial won't be about creating a melee weapon. If you want to do that, then I suggest go to see Matthew Longtime's video on how to create a custom melee weapon, where he'll walk through all the steps you need to set up your environment and then create your own melee weapon. In my example, I've downloaded this model. It's a free model from Turbo Squid. I followed Matthew Longtime's example and was able to import it into DayZ and create a P3D model. So that's already been done. And again, if you want to figure out how to do that, I would suggest, again, go watch his video. Modding DayZ attachments, we have to mod the functionality, and then we have to mod the view. The first thing we have to do is first define our custom slot. We then take that custom slot and say the sheath can accept this custom slot. And the katana, we then say that the katana can be attached to anything with this custom slot. And so that alone will then allow us the functionality in game to be able to attach things to each other. In short, what we're going to say is this katana is a katana. This sheath can accept katanas as attachments. So after following Matthew Longtime's example, I've created my config CPP for my katana. And down here is where I'm defining my custom slot with class CFG slots. Well, here class, and here's my custom slot here, slot underscore katana. The name is important. This is going to be your unique identifier for your objects that are going to accept and be accepted by an attachment. So this needs to be unique. And the display name is what shows up in the game. And then ghost icon is the icon that's going to show up for you. And I don't have a list, so it's best to actually go and look through the CPP files and for any ghost icons and see which one fits you. There's ways to do custom ones. I don't know how to do that, but that will be for another tutorial, I suppose. So once you have created your custom slot, it's pretty simple. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go down to the katana sheath, which we have here, my class for my katana sheath. And I'm going to say here under attachments, what attachments the katana sheath has. And so I've given it, it's only one value, which is the unique identifier, the name value for my custom slot, which is katana. Make sure it's spelled exactly the same. So now only objects that have the katana inventory slot, would be able to fit here. So this is very important to make sure it's unique. And then finally, yeah, here it is. So here's my katana, which is based off of the sword. Here under inventory slot, this is where this katana can go. This can go as a melee, so anything that's marked melee, and anything marked as katana. So these three things, my custom slot, and then under katana sheath, saying this is the attachment, and then finally under the katana, the inventory slot I've marked as katana. Those three things will functionally allow you to attach items in DayZ. And now that we have the functionality defined, now we have to set up how the attachment will be viewed in game. To do that, it's pretty simple. We're going to create and define a proxy attachment in our config pp file, and then we're going to set up the 3D model with the proxy. So now to be able to show in the game the two items attached to each other, what we're going to do is we're going to create a proxy attachment. We're going to define this in the config CPP file. So under config non-AI vehicles, we're going to instantiate proxy attachment and give it a name, proxy katana for my example. The most important thing is that you point to your model and define your inventory slot with your unique identifier. That's it. And finally, we're going to let the game know how to display the attachments in-game. And to do this, we're going to open up Object Builder, and we're going to open up the P3D of our container object, which is the sheath. And I am going to go up here to create proxy. And the proxy is going to tell DayZ how to and where to display any attachment. So I'm going to go here to proxy, and I'm going to browse to my katana, which can be attached to a sheath. Okay, so proxy, create proxy, I go here. Okay, great, so I get a triangle, and that's not very helpful. So what I have to do then is go to View and Show Proxy Objects, and oh, there it is. And now we can see in red here, which is selected, my katana. And all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to move it into a position that I think works for me. Yeah, that looks good. And now I'm going to Control-C, copy, and I'm going to copy that into geometry, and I'm going to copy that into view geometry. And then that's it. I'm going to save it, and now I'm going to pack it into a DayZ add-on, and there it goes. Add it to my mod list. And that's it. Now we have a object that we can attach and unattach in DayZ. So, oh, and I'm bleeding. And we have our sword that can attach and unattach. So that's it. So thank you for watching this tutorial. This is really for me to remember this stuff, but hopefully you've got some value out of it. And come and join us at the Lukow Locos server. It's just basically we just want to recreate the community. We want to recreate the official DayZ servers, but just with more stuff, more guns, more cars, more weapons, more zombies. Not trying to get anything crazy, but just the love of the game. So please find us and say hi or shoot at us. Doesn't matter. Thanks very much.